Hello, everyone. Can you
I
turn
was
that down a
really
little bit?
saddened to hear about your troubled past.
I'm here for
but
another
I'm so
recipe. We're
happy
gonna
to
make
hear that you are turning it around. You are
tater,
making it
taco tater casserole. Taco tater casserole. Okay, it's gonna go in a 375 oven. It's already preheating. Um, and it calls for a pound of ground beef, but I did a pound and a half. So I'm not quite doubling it, but I'm doing half of a double, if you understand what I mean. So instead of doing 2 pounds, I'm doing a pound and a half. Okay, said 1 small onion. I had some diced up frozen. That would be 1.5, but I only did 1. 1 minced clove of garlic, which I did 1.5. I did 1.5, and I did this. Okay, not fresh, out of that. Okay. All right, and the onion went in with the ground beef at the beginning, and it's just about done, and I had just put in the garlic. So I'm stirring that up for another minute or two. Make sure it's all done, and then I'm going to drain it. Okay? And once I drain it, I'm going to add in a can of green chilies, mild. Okay? It would be a can and a half, but I don't need that much, so I'm just doing 1 can. Corn, it's a 12-ounce bag of corn. So if you do half of a double, that would be another 6 ounces instead of 12 ounces, so that would be 18 ounces. And I've got this. It looks about half of the 32-ounce bag, so half of 32 ounces is 18. So taco seasoning mix, and it's usually 1 seasoning packet per pound, so that would be 1.5 packets. But you can just add the whole 2 if you want. But it's 3 tablespoons, or according to the taco seasoning mix, I bought some more. It says 1/4 per pound for a taco, but so that would be 1/4 and then 1/8. But I'm just gonna do 3 tablespoons and then another 1.5 tablespoons or 2 tablespoons. So it'll be either between 4 and 5 tablespoons. Okay. Black beans. For the black beans, it asks for 1 15-ounce can, but if I'm doing half of a double, it would be 1.5 cans. But I might go ahead and just put the whole can in to make it 2 cans. It's drained and rinsed. So I will rinse this after I drain the ground beef, and I will dump the black beans in there and rinse it with cold water. Okay? It's going to be 3 cups of cheese, which half of that is 1.5, so it would be 4.5 cups of cheese. 4.5 cups, since I'm doing 1 serving and then half of another serving. 4.5, but it only wants you to put, like, it was 3 at first, so it only wanted you to put 2 in, and then 1 will go on top at the end. So 2 will go on top at the end, and let me see. No, not double, so it's half. So that's 1. That's half. So that's 1.5 would go on top at the end. 1.5, and 2 cups or 1, so 3. Yeah, so 3 cups now, and then 1.5 at the end, which will make the 4.5. I said. Okay. And then 1 28-ounce packet of frozen tater tots. So if you do half of that, that's another 14 ounces. But I've got it is 32 ounce. So not quite, but as long as I have enough to fit across the top, we're okay. As long as you have enough tater tots to fit across the top of your 9 by 13 casserole. Okay? 1 10-ounce, which would be 15 ounces because I'm doing half Old El Paso red enchilada sauce. This is a 19-ounce, so if I don't use it all, it's okay. And then you could top it with olives, cilantro, sour cream, and tomatoes. Probably some sour cream, and I'll cut up some tomatoes while it's in the oven. And maybe I may sprinkle some cilantro on top. We'll see. But no olives. No olives. No, no, no. Okay? So once I drain it, I'll put the ground beef back in the pan. And I'm going to add the green chilies, taco seasoning, black beans, corn, 2 cups of cheese, 3 cups because I'm doing 1.5 of it. So 3 cups of cheese, and then I'll mix it all up. It says if your skillet isn't big enough, you may need to stir it into a bowl. Okay, but my skillet's plenty big enough. Then you're going to pour into the prepared 9 by 13 pan, which you're going to spray it with nonstick spray. Okay? And then once you pour it in there and spread it out, you're going to arrange tater tots on top in a single layer. And then you're going to pour the enchilada sauce on top of the casserole as evenly as you can. And then you're going to bake uncovered. You're not going to cover it for 30 to 40 minutes. I would start with 30 minutes. Or until tater tots are nice and crispy. And then you'll sprinkle the remaining 1 cup of cheese on top and place back in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes or until cheese has melted. Now it says at the beginning, if you want extra crispy tater tots, you can bake the tater tots for about 10 minutes while you're cooking the ground beef. On a baking sheet if you want. That way, and then you put them on top. That way you'll have extra crispy tater tots. Unless you buy, there's a bag that they sell that says extra crispy tater tots. Draining it. Okay. Shaking out the grease. Okay. You hear the sizzling because the pan's still hot. But turn on the hot water so I can rinse out the stinking. Rinse out the. Alright, green chili. It just says 1 can of green chili. It does not say drain. It does not say green chili drain. But they look like this anyway. Hopefully they're not spicy green chilies, but you know. Straight up. Okay. So everything I said, you could put in any order you want. Green chilies, taco seasoning, black beans, corn, 3 cups of cheese. Okay? So, let's do the taco seasoning. Get that mixed up in there.
But that's just the beginning, because every Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan also includes dental coverage.
I didn't think I'd need, I ran out of this stuff. I didn't think I'd need any more this week. I don't have any recipes that have taco seasoning. But, ta-da, yes I do, so I told my husband, let's buy it just in case. Well, got it in. Or I'd have been asking my son to go to the store. So, since it's 3 tablespoons, or it says 1/4 cup on the back, for 1 pound. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons and then another 1.5, which is half of the 3. Okay?
That will give you extra benefits, including coverage for doctor visits, hospital stays, and prescription drugs, plus dental, vision, hearing, and more. Look, with so many options, it can be hard to
Okay,
find
now,
one that's right for you.
I am going to stir it up and then I'm going to taste it, just to make sure. Because you can add a little more taco seasoning if you like it. Stronger taco seasoning flavor. Okay?
It's that simple. Call now and we'll also send you free out. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
It's hard to taste because there's no water going to be added in here. Because it's stronger. Because there's no water. Okay, so let's do these. Black beans. Let's get these black beans in there. I always use Goya because that's my favorite. I don't like any other kind of black beans. And you could do fresh too if you wanted, if you were going to cook them. Bushes, I don't like them either. I really haven't tasted them or not. But Bushes is my favorite when it comes to baked beans. I love Bushes. So turn on the cold water. Rinse out your black beans. Because they got that waxy liquid in there or something. That's why I always say that when you pour it into a meal. So it's supposed to be 1.5 cans if you're doing just half instead of double. But I might as well just go ahead and use the whole thing. Okay? Dump that. Now we're going to dump the corn in there. Dump the corn in there. I should have just completely doubled it, but I didn't think I needed to. Okay. So, I'm mixing it up. Okay. Let me make sure. And the 3 cups of cheese, Mexican cheese. I'm gonna do, and I wash my hands because I am sick. 1 huge handful is a cup because I tried it. 1 huge handful, I put it in a cup, and that's, so I'm gonna do 3 cups. It's 2 cups, but if I'm doing 1 and then half of a double, that would be another cup. So that's 3 cups. 1, 2, 3. And you don't have to be perfect when it comes to the cheese. And you can add less or more. Up to you. Okay, up to you. Now it says mix in a bowl if you don't have enough room in your pan. Well, my pan's this big, so it's plenty of room. That's done. Let me show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay? Alrighty, so it says do not cover, so we are going to take the cover off. Came with the cover. So let's get this out the way. Says spray it. Now, since it says pour enchilada sauce on top of it as evenly as you can, and it says a 10-ounce can, so no, it didn't. Let me see what it said. Yeah, 10-ounce can. Half of that is 5, so it would be 15 ounces. And my can is 19 ounces, so we use what we can. We don't have to use the whole thing. Just pour it over evenly as you can, and use as much as you can what you want. Okay? And I could save the rest, or I could just toss it out, because well, it tastes good. Because I'm not going to use it for anything else. So, 1 second, guys. Babe. Well, he's laid out, so it's no help. And he probably didn't even hear me. Like I said before, this pan is heavy when it's filled with food.
Yeah, well, the word is better involved in
Okay? So I'm going to spread it out.
It's all fun.
See, that was plenty. Didn't need that. I looked away, guys, and I used my arm.
You were right. You can fix it. That's easy.
Trying to get the excess off.
I don't know, something like 1955, something like that.
Alrighty. Now let's get the tater tots on there.
What's that mean?
Okay. Let's see if y'all can see me over here. Alright. So let's get these tater tots on here.
Okay, I'm also doing it for Michaela.
Okay.
So stop yakking about everything. I can't sleep. Starting 5 different designs for bedroom.
I dumped some.
Green rabbit motifs.
Okay, let me set them up.
I like it. I like it.
You know, our child psychologist, she always talks about how Michaela needs stability.
You don't necessarily have to do like, it's a 28-ounce bag, but half of that is 14 they want. So that would be
I was wrong.
42 if you did 1.5, but and if you doubled it, that would be like 56. But you don't necessarily, it's just enough to fit across the pan.
I believe in you, Adam. I do. And I'm sorry if it hasn't always felt that way.
because the meat looked a little dry, you know, with the stuff mixed in it, because there was no liquid. So I was like, this is going to be a dried out casserole. For real, for real. Then I realized I'm going to pour the enchilada sauce, so that's not going to be dried out. Okay? Okay, just hold on, guys. There was two of them that are stuck together that don't want to come apart. So we'll see to the end. If we have a couple of extra, we don't use them. See? I couldn't get them apart, so I'll use them last. Okay. Alrighty. There's still a few more in here. There's like this much, but no more can fit on there. Okay? Just rinse my hands so they had the feel of tater tots. Now we are going to evenly pour this. Okay? Well, I took the whole can. It took the whole can. So let's get some of this spread. Just kind of spread it. And then we'll put the last 2 cups, or 1 cup or whatever. We'll just sprinkle cheese all around. We're not going to even measure it. We're just going to sprinkle it all on top to cover the top of the casserole dish and go there. Whatever that is, that is. Okay? That's how I do it. Okay? So. A little more could have gone on this end, but it's okay. Okay?
No, I can't do that. Drop it or I drop you. No, look, I ain't reaching. No, slowly. Don't do that. Slowly.
Change one so it could be a little more.
Let me get some Master Sergeant third
Make
half.
sure some of these are covered.
Jay Austin, Rangers, put it down now. Slide it over. Sir, I am a good piece of gear. Slide it over, lady. Let's go.
Get these all covered in enchilada sauce. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Alright, it says do not cover and it says 30 to 40 minutes. So I will bake it for 30 minutes. I'll come back. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Actually, I'll check it first. So in case it needs more minutes, because it could be up to 10 minutes. So we'll see. Okay, and then I'll sprinkle the cheese. Put it back in and then come live while I'm waiting for the cheese. Only 2 to 3 minutes. It even has handles. You see my new bakeware with the Pioneer woman? And that's what it looks like on top. Okay, red enchilada sauce. It says a 10-ounce can, but if you're going to do 1.5, like half of a double or even a double, I would get the big can that says 19 ounces, okay? Okay. So let's open this oven and get this in there. Alrighty. Set the timer. Oops. Timer for 30 minutes. Alright, there we go. And I will be back to show you the final results. Alright?